Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day, the recitation. Gauri Mahalla Panjwa, Simrat Suami Kilvikh Nase, Sukh Sahaj Anand Nivase, Ram Jana Ko Ram Parosa, Naam Japat Sab Mityo Andesa Rahao, Sad Sang Kach Pao Na Parati, Gun Gopal Gai Hai Din Rati, Kar Kirpa Prabh Bandhan Chhot, Charan Kamal Ki Dini Ot, Kah Nanak Man Bhai Parteet, Nirmal Jas Pivah Janneet. Kaho Nanak Man Bhai Parteet, Nirmal Jas Pivah Janneet. Simrat Suami Kilvikh Nase, Sukh Sahaj Anand Nivase. Through remembrance of the Master, Swami, my miseries vanished. Kilvikh Nase. With natural and spontaneous ease, Sukh Sahaj, bliss, Anand, came to dwell within. Kilvikh comes from Kalesh, which means defilement or evil tendencies. Kil also means a nail, a spike. So both of these meanings add up to a spike that is poisoned. And this refers to our existential angst, the fears and anxieties that attack us like poisoned arrows. So the Guru is saying, if you wish to be happy, if you wish to be in a state of natural ease, anand, bliss, then there is only one option, and that is Simrat Suami, remembrance of the self, recalling the self. Ram Jana Ko Ram Parosa, Naam Japat Sab Mityo Andese Rahao. To the devotees of the Ram self, Ram Jana Ko, the self is the source of assurance and confidence and faith. By assimilating self-knowledge, Naam Japat, all my doubts were cleared up. So the question is, what were these doubts that were cleared up through reliance on self-knowledge? It's really referring to all of the diverse practices that were out there. And the Guru is saying that there is only one way, and that is self-realization. So Rama Jana, Jana also means to be born of. So in other words, this is referring to a state of consciousness that we also call Ram. A state of consciousness that is born out of Ram, the self. In other words, an elevated consciousness. When that occurs through self-realization, then all existential doubts are cleared away. There is no longer that fear that otherwise accompanies our living. Sad sang kach pao na parati, gun gopal gahi din rati. So devotees of the Ram self, of Gopal, the master of the universe, what do? Gaiye hai din rati, gaiye hai to sing, singing to the glories of the master. is another way of saying arousing in oneself an intense devotional fervor for the self, inculcating in oneself the qualities of the Master, divine virtues. That is what we have to do. Gun Gopal Gaiye Din Rati and Naam Japat. So we can discern these practices being advocated over and over again. Japat, Naam Japat, reflection, recitation, internalization, and then Gun Gopal Gaiya, Gun, qualities that have to be assimilated, Gaiya, to sing. In other words, all of these practices to bring about a shift in one's consciousness to where you become a Ramajana, born of that higher consciousness. And the Guru says, Kari Kirpa Prabh Bandhan Chot, Charan Kamal Ki Dini Ot. The Prabh, self, wisdom, in its compassion, because wisdom is compassionate, it gave me the shelter of Gur wisdom, Charan Kamal Ki Dini Ot. And that is what freed me from bondage to haume. Kaho Nanak, man pai prateet, nirmal jas pive jananeet. Says Nanak, my mind received the gift of discernment, pratiti. I ever sing the glories of the self. Nirmal jas pive. This could also be read to say that I am now self-actualized, self-realized through this process. On that note, until the next time, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.